and I would normally do this together, you know, both on screen, but I'm driving down to the coast down here in Melbourne, Australia. And someone said, why do I keep saying Melbourne, Australia? It's called Melbourne. Well, look, I know it's called Melbourne, but that's just a tongue-in-cheek reference to how the Americans describe Australia. Melbourne, Australia.
You really annoyed Ivan on that one.
Ivan said, oh, but there's a lot of vagaries in the English language. I mean, some people say distributed. We distributed the pancakes to everyone at the pancake parlour. It's called distributed. It's not distributed. People have a different connotation on a lot of English words. But Melbourne, I know it's in Melbourne, Australia. I don't say yes, I live in Melbourne. But it's a throwaway line. What's his name?
Ivan.
Oh, and incidentally, we appreciate all the comments. Now, I'm just telling you, did we get a few about how slowly I drive on the freeway? Now, let me point out something. I'm driving a 1959 Cadillac. It's a magnificent car. It drives better than any car I've ever driven. Left-hand drive, original, electric windows, cruise control, a convertible. It's beautiful to drive. And I can show you, I'm doing, at the minute, it's a 100 kilometre an hour freeway I'm on. I'm doing just gradually creeping up. I'll get it up to about 90. Now 90 on the GPS is about 97. Is about 97 on a speedo, because speedos on cars, they traditionally and they always devalue how fast you're going, so they err on the caution or err on the side of safety. So if you're doing 100 on your speedo, you're probably doing about 93 kilometres an hour in real time. So don't get confused if you see me driving at 78 or 79 on the freeway down to Geelong. That is about 85. And if someone said about the truck drivers, I tell you, the majority, listen to this, the majority of truck drivers are pigs. That it means over 50% of them. If you're not a pig and you're a truck driver, you won't take offence at that. But I drive in the complete left-hand lane, which is not the truck lane. That's for drivers who don't want to be cut off and rammed from behind and have to drive with their foot on the brake and then the accelerator. So I take it easy, and I haven't had a demerit point for 12 years, 12. And someone said, oh, Grandpa, you're driving the car, and also they said, you know, you're cautious. I said, cautious? I'm the top 1% of drivers in the country. I am an absolute star at driving a car, so don't worry about that. Now,
But you were driving. Someone said you were driving in the truck lane going down to Geelong.
The truck lane.
Dave said it. Dave on Cheryl's account. You were driving in the wrong lane.
No, not on the contrary. I drive in the extreme left-hand lane, which is probably the slow lane. And if you don't want to drive at 105 kilometres an hour, which is leeway if it's 100 speed limit. If you want to drive at 90, you get in the middle lane. If you want to drive it a little less, so you don't be ducking in and out of the B doubles and the pigs that drive the semi-trailers, you keep in the left lane. There's a car lane on the extreme right. The trucks are not allowed to drive on that, but they have 2 or 3 other lanes they can drive in. And if they want to drive over the speed limit or keep jumping in and out of the traffic, then they can make their own arrangements. I give plenty of respect to anyone that's behind me. I never drive in the outside lane unless I'm going out to pass someone. Believe it or not, there's other people who drive slower than me for some reason. So that's that. And now why did I get onto that? Because, the driving, how I drive. I'm driving at the minute beautifully, and
the slow drivers cause accidents, they said. So Pete, King driver, Angelo, Paul, they all said that you drive too slow, you're going to cause an accident.
Well, the logic of that is, I understand that. That is true to a certain extent. So I'm driving now. This is the speed I'll be going down at. I'm driving. I don't know if you can get the camera over here, just to show you that I'm driving at 90. That is the GPS 90. If I was in a car, that would be about 97. What? What are you looking at? what do you what did you do then?
I've got the speedo on my phone.
Yeah, because by the time you leant over and blocked my view, I slowed the car down because I couldn't see where I was going. So it said on your phone that I was doing 87. But when you leant over, I was doing 90, and I'm doing it 90 now. And that would be reflected on the speedo if I had a car with a speedo, because this is in miles an hour. If it was in kilometres an hour, it would say I'm doing 97. That is 3 kilometres off the speed limit, because most people don't have a GPS in their car. I have it in the car because this is in miles an hour, and I like to know how many kilometres an hour I'm going. That's why I do it. Why would I have to explain all this? So anyhow, as I say, it's been slim pickings since we've been down here in Melbourne, Australia. Can't wait to get back up to Early Beach so we can give you some real interesting stuff to talk about. And but I've been to 6 different functions and spread the gospel about the grand final that's on today, and everyone's up and about, cock-a-hoop. I don't know why they're cock-a-hoop, because it's 2 out-of-state sides playing and everyone's manufacturing their joy and excitement. It's an anti-climax, but it's a great game and it'll be a great day, and who gives us stuff who wins. Now, let's address some comments that people have written. Give us some comments. I'm sorry that you have to hold the camera, Susan.
Well, JT did say a good thing is write a list of things to talk about so that we don't have to say, well, what else have we got to say?
What
so
day
we did
is it?
126. I think. Yeah. So Benny Russell. Benny Russell.
Yeah, Benny.
He says you click you make a clicking noise with your lips.
What?
You make a clicking noise with your lips when you talk. And he said
clicking noise with my lips.
Yeah, and he didn't want to alert you, or he wanted to alert you, but he didn't want to alarm you, because his mum did exactly the same noise before she had a stroke. Doesn't want to alarm you, but he said maybe.
Benny's mother used to click her lips before she had a stroke.
Yeah.
Benny, I reckon you're Benny and the Jets. Have you heard that song? Benny was Elton John was on acid when he wrote that song. Benny, I don't think your mother had a stroke because she clicked her lips. Seriously, mate. Do I click my lips? What? Because they get dry or something, or I'm trying to speak? How do I click my lips? Like go like that?
Yeah, like suck it. Yeah,
Bullshit,
something like that.
Benny, please.
But Benny, sorry that your mum had a stroke. My dad had a stroke.
I am so sorry your mum had a stroke. And Benny, if I have a stroke between now and where I'm going to this afternoon and I collapse at the wheel, you can say, I was right.
I told you so.
You had the last laugh. But I won't hear about it because I'll be dead.
Mickey says, he tried to tell a joke. Doctor, just a small prick, Mr. Newman. Sue, but he has a lovely smile, Doctor.
Who said that?
Mickey.
Mickey?
Yeah.
Mickey, you cocksmack. Seriously, mate. That's so old. I'll give you, every joke, every time someone says something that reminds you of a joke. This traffic cop knocked on this bloke's door, and the bloke answered the door, and the traffic cop held up a picture, and he said, is that a picture of your wife? And the guy said yes, and the traffic cop said, well, it appears, sir, that she's been hit by a truck. And he said, yes, I know, but the kids love her and she's a great cook.
That's so
same
bad.
sort of thing. Benny, or not Benny, who was it?
Yeah, Mickey.
Mickey. Yep.
Alan and Emma say hi.
Hello, Al and Emma. Where are they saying hi from?
They didn't. They just said saying hi.
Oh, yeah, good on you, Al and Emma. Hope you're having a great life, a great day. Sorry, it's pretty boring all this, but Sue's been having. You've had a good. We've come back to the land of what the living, where we spend all our lives, and we thought. Felt like we've never been away. We can't wait to get back up north, and and then we'll bring the boat back, and we're having lots of people fix it up while we're gone. What else?
That Anthony, your mate Anthony, that's a sexist. He likes you and doesn't like me. He said that it was good that I went to the Salvos and got my coat, And so when I leave, I can maybe donate it back to them. And I want to thank Shane, Phil, Kim and Dee, because they stood up for me and made comments on him too.
No, but see, this is reverse psychology. Anthony is secretly trying to chat you up.
Oh, really?
He's trying to get your attention so that you get your gander up. And he's hoping one day you'll say, "Hey, Anthony, if you'd like to say it to my face, why don't you meet me? We'll have a cup of coffee and you can tell me to your face." And he'll get half firm. He'll think, "Wow, it's worked. I'll eventually get to meet the great Sue Stanley OAM." So you've got to understand how people work, particularly males who are probably a little shallow, probably just not the sharpest tools in the shed. That's how they work. So I've been doing that all my life.
Well, for me to have made him to go have a cup of coffee with him, he better change his profile picture.
Has he got a profile picture? What's he look like?
I don't want to say anything, but yeah,
I see.
Probably not my type.
I see. You can tell that by his profile.
Yeah.
What? Your porker?
It's just his head.
His head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would say that he's punching above his weight, and he's hoping that. Anyhow, good on you, Ant.
Yeah.
What he says, you bagged me yet? Again?
No, he loved you.
Does
He's reversed because you did the reverse psychology on him. He loves you.
He loves me. What else? Anything else we want to address while I'm driving down? I'm doing 90. I'm doing 80. I'm doing 85 at the minute because there's not a lot of traffic and I'm not holding anyone up and I'm going beautifully. What else?
Vince. Now, Vince, I'd like to say, haven't you noticed that I did go to the hairdressers last time I went to Melbourne? Because I was saying that I wanted to go to the hairdressers. Probably I don't put everything
Here's
on
an
YouTube.
interesting thing. See this man coming in here, the merge lane?
Yeah.
Would you reckon, see, look at this. He's nearly cut my mirrors off. Wouldn't you reckon that if you're going to merge, it would be up to the person merging to box himself in behind the traffic that is on the main freeway? But these people think if they get a millimetre ahead of you, you have to stop and let them in. It's just that man there, he wasn't going to stop no matter what, and he would have come off second best because this car is 20 feet long and weighs 2 tons. He's got a car that's made out of Coke bottles or Coke cans. It's a light Korean model car, and what would happen, he'd be thrown into the stanchions on the side of the road, and when the coppers pull us up, he'd say, "Oh, well, he didn't let me in." Let me in, mate. You just get in. Size means everything when you're on the road. You get in like the trucks. You get in behind if you're merging. That's how merging works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such a good driver.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with I agree with Nicole. Not all truck drivers are idiots. My dad was a truckie, and it's not all idiots.
Whenever we say things, you've got to listen to what I say. I'm not talking about you. I said the majority of truck drivers are pigs. That is over 50% of them. If they're 51% of truck drivers are pigs, that is the majority. 49% of them are great, and they're thoughtful, and they obey the rules, and they're considerate. If you are one of those people, you'll take no offence at that. You'll take no offence at it. But I'm just telling you, they are religiously cut in and out of the traffic, and as I said, size matters. They don't give a stuff.
We should call in and see Don while we're down here. Don Scott.
We should. Why don't we save it for another day? I've had too much excitement this week. Calling in and seeing Don would just tip me over the edge, I reckon. Anything else that's, as I say, we're trying to fill in just a bit of content here because we're going, it's a beautiful day here, temperature-wise not, but the sun's out, and what else?
Looking forward to getting back up to Airlie Beach.
Yeah, I said that.
I am. That's it.
No, I did already said that. Anyhow, that's it. So, is there no other comments that isn't there?
No.
All right, I can't think of anything else to say. Did you show people the car? People are interested in the car. Just go around it. You don't have to look to see if I've got a seatbelt on because these cars don't have a sash, lap sash. They just have a lap. So you can't see that I got the sash over me because you don't have to have a sash seatbelt in these cars that are registered before that particular regulation came in. So people say, oh, you're not wearing a seatbelt. I am wearing a seatbelt, but you can't see it. So that's it. So I don't know. Look, it's got a clock. This clock actually works. Can you see the second hand? That's 1959. That's almost 70 years old. That clock is still working.
I can't believe they got a electric power windows.
This is when America used to make the great cars. You know, the big muscle cars, but now they're all just made by robots. As I say, made out of Coke cans, most of them. It's all right, though, that's it. So you winding me up. Well, give me a look. Oh, no, I can't hold the phone, because someone will tip me in. Turn the phone on yourself and show that you're here doing it.
Well, someone's going to be holding the camera, and I'm talking.
All right, well, there we are. So we'll be back on day
126.
Yeah, if I look like I'm going to prank the car, so we'll get the camera going very quickly and we'll film the argument I had with the bloke who ran me into the other side of the road. Righto, button on.